Okay, let's get started with the Vanguard newspapers. How lives get wasted daily on Nigeria's highways of horror. So they gave a few data here. Saying horrible federal roads in Cross River. I can attest to that. I lived in that city in Cross River for about 5 years. To Calabar Highway is a death trap. It's a big death trap. And then the Oron Calabar Waterway is another danger zone. See how persons there kidnapped. Those guys kidnapped since Good Friday. They've still. So whether you're using So whether you're using the waterway, you are prone to pirates picking you up. You're using the roads, you can stay there for 9 hours. As at 15 years ago or even more, when I used that road, I've been there 9 hours. And this is 2025. I'm talking about 2007, 8. 9 hours on the road. And because of the state of that road. So I totally understand this one. Horrible federal roads in Cross River. They don't say, these are the bylines. Over 150 people burned to death, 100 vehicles wrecked in rivers, North highways of frequent disasters, death, lamentation in southwest, federal roads of frequent auto crashes in southeast. FG doing its best to fix road infrastructure, Omai. So I know they are trying to do the, Lagos-Calabar Coastal Road. Yeah. I think there's another big one, Badagry Road, another one in the north as well. I can't remember all the details. But as much as that is done, a lot of our roads are in bad shape. And I know they are putting together what the president or this presidency has achieved. And we're going to put some of these things to them. Do you know, it was yesterday I realized that we have a Minister of State for Works. I forgot. Do you know are you aware of that we have a Minister of State for Works?
Well, the fact that you have a large minister usually overshadows.
Remember, we have one of the largest cabinets so far.
No, for some reason, there are ministers we don't even hear about. I think Minister of State for Police, Minister of State for the FCT, Minister of State for Works. I'm sure if I do a poll and say, Nigerians, how many of you know there's a Minister of State for Works? A lot don't know. So if this office is not that important, why did they create it? Anyway, guys, you have the next paper.
Well, let's go to this Nigerian newspaper this morning, and it's looking at security. Boko Haram flush out terrorists, Senate tells military. There are a few riders, 2 riders to be specific, direct troops deployment to Borno, Yobe. Security experts urge FG to recalibrate security infrastructure. And again, it emerged, even on the floor of the Senate yesterday, the information that insurgents are using drones to attack communities. We're calling out the Minister of Defense again against the information put out during that ministerial press briefing that it's not true that the insurgents have more sophisticated weapons. This is another bit of information that is contrary to what you have. So, Minister of Defense, our armed forces need to be better equipped. We're saying it time and again. They need to be better equipped to be able to counter the firepower of the insurgents. In Borno on Monday, there was a pre-dawn attack in Marte local government during which soldiers were killed. And in fact, the report is to the effect that some soldiers were kidnapped and the rest had to flee, to another army division for cover. So our men need to be equipped in order for us to be able to fight this cancerous security threat effectively. So that's it from this Nigeria.
The Guardian follows up with that. This National Security Summit is a big story on the front page of the Guardian newspaper today. And you see stakeholders reject plan, flays stalled proposals, high military casualties. Yes, it is one death too many on the part of Nigerian security and military apparatus. So, where do we go from here? Do we have this meeting or not? Do we implement previous proposals? The point is we need solutions. We need solutions, and we've been needing solutions now for a decade plus, some would say. So what exactly is going on? What are we not doing right? well, inside pages of the Guardian newspaper might give you insight, at least, into what people are saying about this proposed National Security Summit. Now, you can see the President, the Senate President, the NSA, the Chief of Defense Staff, even the IGP of Police is on the front page of the Guardian newspaper this morning.
All right, so let's get to the Blueprint newspaper as quickly as we can. But on the front page of the Blueprint, we saw that there was an autobiography by Lamido, who is the former governor of Jigawa State, begging the president to settle a debt of 45 billion ITT contract owed to Abiola. And there were remarks as well as leaders, we have responsibility to fix Nigeria, coming from former President Olusegun Obasanjo, ex-Jigawa governor, a pillar of Nigeria's nation's democracy, coming from the president. I think he was represented by the Minister of Information. But down beneath that picture, you see earlier on 2 other Kebbi senators join APC, as APC inches closer towards 2/3 majority. As we speak, guys, the APC is 68. So they are just like 5 senators away from having 2/3 majority. What that simply means in a democracy is that they can get away with a lot of things just by aligning across, just having that party line, If all APC senators, even to amend a constitution in that sense, if that is 2/3 majority that is required. So I was asking yesterday, is that good for democracy? Anyway, so that's the much you can take. You can get into the inside pages of the dailies to find out exactly what the details are.
And
as far as the headlines.
just in case people are wondering what the ITT is with Abiola and all of that.
Oh, I forgot to explain.
Just to put it out there, the ITT is International Telephone and Telegraph Corporation. It's an American company. It's just what it is. But you know what?
Before we got
just to give you a context of what that is about, perhaps in the coming days we'll explore. There's some old stories that are actually gold, but that's it, really.
The 9 tales of this world that time. When Nigeria had less than how many thousand lines? The whole country has 70,000 lines. So you bought your units.
A big man, man.
Okay, we'll be back in a moment.